Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of our Python guide. And today what we will be doing is we're going to do a couple, we're going to do a starter and we're going to do a challenge, and then we'll talk a bit more about loops. So I'll introduce you guys to a new loop so you guys will progress a lot today. But before everything started, I would like you guys to catch up a bit and do this quick starter. It's a start, but it'll be your first proper project. And basically, what I would like you guys to do is do a rock paper scissors game, because you pretty much have everything you need to do this. I've taught you about inputs and outputs, about statements for if, elephant, else, about basic operations like mathematics, and also casting floats and integers. Um, so I'll let you guys do that as a starter. So pause the video and do it. But before that, I'll tell you when to pause it. Um, at the beginning of your code, so on line one, just print this. Print from get pass import get pass as input. Basically, this will do is when you're actually playing the game, you won't see the other player's hand, so it makes it look a bit more um, nicer and proper. Because if you didn't have this, you'll be able to see what player one put, so player two can always win. But just put that just to make it a bit more nicer. And pause the video here, and I'll show you the answer in when you come back. Okay, go. Okay, so as I told you, to do the starter, um, I'll show you the answer and I'll go through it with you guys. So as I said, we'll go through line one with, actually let me, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go like this, and then we can run it a bit more nicer. And basically, I ask you guys to put this on line one. So very nice. Then I did a little bit of just making it nice and pretty and making it like a proper game. So I just said printing epic rock paper scissors battle, and I just said select your move rock paper scissors, and then that's pretty much the prettiness of it. And now we actually get into the code. So we assigned a variable called player one move, and then we also ask for the input. So that'll be player one's input, and then we did a space so it doesn't show on the same line, not on the same line, right next to each other. We'll do a space, and then we'll put another variable for player two's input. Okay, and then we're gonna pretty much spam if and else's. This is not very efficient, but from what I've given you guys, this will be good enough for now. And I've just gone through all the different possibilities of player one's and player two's inputs. So if we go through a little bit, we'll say if player one, so if player one chose rock, and if player one also chose rock, we'll say it's a draw. Then we said if player two, um, if player two moves to scissors from player one having rock, it will say player one smash player two scissors. And then the same thing with paper. If player one had rock and player two chose paper, that means player two will win because he chose paper. And basically, I just nested it into this one, and then you just nest it, nest it, nest it. So you'll nest player one's rock, you'll nest player one's paper, and you'll nest player one's scissors. And this just makes it a little bit it just makes it a bit more simple instead of getting confused on what's what. And of course, if they print anything other than R, S, or P, you just want to have like a checker where it'll say, because it's not R, P, or S, it will say invalid. It'll be an invalid move. So yeah. that's basically it. So check if you got that correct, and if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. And for now, I'll post this in the comment section. Not in the comment section, in the description, just so you guys can check a little bit better. And now let's get into the actual class. Okay, so let's start on while loops. While loops, let me go through them with you. So a while loop, okay, so we want to have it all lowercase and we'll have a while. And that's basically what it's called, a while loop. And in most cases right now, what you want to do is always set it to true. And basically what while true means is that whenever whenever it returns true, the boolean value returns true, it will just carry on going forever. So if you just do inputs, hey, what is your fave color? We're doing colors this week apparently, and do call, and we say print. What this basically will do is it will carry on asking me what my favorite color is, and it'll carry on printing out. So if we go like this, let's say what is your favorite color? Um, I will like purple, I guess. I'll say print purple, and it'll just carry on asking me because the condition will always be true. It's always true, so it will carry on going forever. But say if I want to do this, we'll make some space, and we do if we do continue, make a variable continue, and we'll assign it the boolean value true. So now if we do if while continue equals true, you do this. It will carry on looping whatever's inside the while loop. But now what we can do is we can do continue equals false. And remember, the double equal sign means you're comparing, and the single one just means you're assigning it. So now that will be false. Whoops, false. What this will do is it will stop after one time of asking me. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, okay, so I got it wrong. Basically, we'll talk about it later, but this this is basically a this is a function that we use later, and it basically I'll tell you later in the next few episodes, but that's why it wasn't working, so we'll just do it continue. Because of this, now I can show you it will stop after one time of it asking me for an input. So I like purple, and it'll stop because continue is now false, so the statement here is not, it doesn't, this continue does not equal to true, so it will stop. So the condition is not being met. So we can also go with a bit more like a bit nicer, because we're not really gonna use it like that, but we could use it like that. But we can do like this. We can do count equals 1. Oh, we'll do count equals 0. Yeah. And if we do count equals 0, we'll do while count we'll do whilst count is less than. Okay, so let me bring this into perspective because I haven't talked about this. But we got this, and we got these, and we got this. Basically, what this means is that whatever's on the left side is greater than whatever's on the right side. So when we're talking about numbers, if we do while count is equal to 0, while count equals 0, so while 0 is greater than whatever I'm gonna put in here, then it'll carry on playing. But I'll show you in a second what we can do to make it so it doesn't play infinitely. So whatever's on this side has to be greater than that side, and then the same thing with here. Normally it's referred to as this being less than and this being greater than, but it gets a bit confusing, so you can just use a bit of logic. Basically it. And then basically what this last one does is whilst count is not equal to, so the exclamation mark basically means not. So whilst count is not equal to 0, it'll do whatever it wants. So I'll show you first with just this. Okay, so if I show you this, while count, we'll do count equals to 0. We'll do while count is less than, whilst count is greater than 5. Put 5 just for now. So no, we'll do while count is less than 5. So what this will basically do is it will just do while count is less than 5, carry on doing whatever's inside the while loop. So we can just do this. Col equals input. What is your color favorite? What is your favorite color? Add on count plus 1. We do not want that because we're, as I said before, we're assigning it. We have to put an equal sign here, just so that it will just carry on adding. Because if we just do count plus 1, it's normally just good for one-time use. But when you want to assign it, it will rechange the variable length. So if we do this and then we run, we'll do purple, green, pink, and after this one it should stop. Oh, after this one, because that's the fourth one. And if we do 5, it will stop. So indigo. There we go. And that's basically it. And basically, what if I were to put equals? What this will do is it will make it so it's count is less than, and equal to 5. So it will go up to 5 instead of 4. So that's what it is. Okay. So lastly, let's do a whole new thing. Let's keep that part. And say we do if let's add another variable. We'll do we'll stick onto colors. So color equals what is your nice fave color? Okay. So now if we do if color equals to pink, gotta do this. If color equals to pink, print nice. Okay, so if color equals pink, yes, and we are gonna print nice, yeah, cool. And if we put this thing called break, and basically what break does, it will say we had an else here, or say we had an elif, or any other like argument. So if elif color equals to orange, prints ooh. Nice. And basically what this does, what this break does is it will stop anything being used below it. So if color equals pink, that means it will print out nice, yes? And because the condition has been met and it's on the same indentation line, it will break. What we have here is basically it will ask the user, what is your favorite color? If color equals to pink, print nice. If it says, and then because we have break here, it won't print anything on this line, on these two lines. And it'll go straight to count plus equals to 1. Alternatively, if we put in our input color equals orange, then it'll print out ooh and it'll skip this whole line because I mean we don't have break in this one, but we could also add break in this one. And it's just nicer because when we're doing nesting, we're gonna add this, and we can do elif or if color equals. So if color equals to actually no, we can't do that. Say if we do if col, we'll add col equals to pine. Don't know what, don't know where, do not ask. But if pine, then what we're going to do is raw. Sorry guys, prints noise. Today is not my day, but we still move. Okay, so because it will break here, it will never check this as well. So it will never check these 5 lines. It will never check. It will just do the statement and go straight to line 15. And that's basically it on this. I think that's everything you need to know for what I'm about to give you. But let's go on that now. Okay, so what I would like for you guys to do as our final challenge is I'm gonna ask you guys to create another game. This one, it should be less time consuming just because it should be. But I'm asking you guys to create a name the lyrics game where you'll put, say, never gonna give you up. If you know it's supposed to be never gonna give you, and you're gonna ask the user to input what they think will be inside this gap. And you're basically just gonna ask them to fill in the gap, and I'll give you guys a hint, you put it in a loop until that condition is met. So until that word is met, it'll carry on asking the user the same question. What is in the gap or the lyric? And they have to complete it. And I want you guys to count as many times they've attempted that. So how many attempts they took to guess the lyric, and then print out at the end. And that's about it, guys. I'll put the answer in the description as well, so make sure to keep that up if you guys need help. And of course, ask me any questions in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching episode 4, and I'll see you guys next week.